All right, y'all. We are back with another video coming from Benny Johnson. He does a great job over on his channel as well. Shout out to him. And he got this one that's called The Moment. Trump proved Obama was a fraud. Obama called out to his face. It all makes sense now. We already know Trump been and exposed Obama, man. And like I said, though, Obama has been in the news a lot lately, man, for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and check this out and see what Trump had to say. And like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to all of you that have been showing so much support. Everybody that's been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And I also want to thank everybody who clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. Without further ado, y'all, let's dive straight into this and let's see the moment Trump proved Obama was a fraud, y'all. Let's go.
It was me!
Benny a fool,
Our first article
man.
today, here, ladies and gentlemen, James Comer questions the extent of Obama's knowledge into Biden leveraging foreign aid. Countries turn a blind eye to U.S. corruption. Oh, well, that's interesting. How would Joe Biden be able to pull off schemes like this in Ukraine and China if he weren't put in charge of Ukraine and China? Wait a second. Let's go back. Whose administration did all these criminal activities occur under? Who are they actually protecting here? Because it's not Joe Biden. Nobody cares about Joe Biden. Joe Biden could fall off a cliff tomorrow. Nobody would. There wouldn't be a single wet eye in Washington D.C. if Joe Biden literally fell off a cliff into the Grand Canyon tomorrow. He visited the Grand Canyon recently. So who are they actually protecting exactly here?
Good question.
Well, they're protecting the guy who gave Joe Biden Ukraine and who gave Joe Biden China. Who is the man responsible? Who's the man who had the power to actually hand the portfolios of these countries over to this very corrupt individual?
Ooh.
Oh, man. And the relationship between the Biden family and the Obama family, how far back does that go? Oh, we have unearthed something that is wild. There's an article that is probably the most widely read article in all of Washington, D.C., and that nobody talked about, from Tablet Magazine, called The Obama Factor. It's a shocking article with a real focus, laser focus, on a man named David Garrow. David Garrow is a liberal. He is the chosen Barack Obama biographer. He is the man who Barack Obama chose to go and do direct interviews with him, to follow him around, to go through his past life, and to reveal who Barack Obama really is. Oh, man. Does this article have some fascinating things in it? Just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, what does David Garrow say about Barack Obama in this article? Who exactly is Barack Obama? The end result of this 35,000-word extraordinary article is that David Garrow says that all of Barack Obama's life is a lie. That Obama himself has lied and manufactured everything in his life for power. And that Obama has absolutely no interest in giving up that power.
It's crazy out here.
Oh, yeah. That's what the article states. This from a leftist. This from a man who has written extensively on pro-choice issues, on great issues of leftist aplomb. This man, again, I'm just saying that because he's not like a hardened MAGA, screaming from the rooftop, red hat, wearing America First, Patriot American. This guy's a leftist, and this is his final conclusion after being given unlimited access to Barack Obama's life, is that Obama is a liar, and that Obama has manufactured an entire system around him in order to facilitate power, the engorgement of power unto himself. That he's a megalomaniac. Check this out. It's wild. Wild right here. Okay, I'm going to read to you directly from the article. As President Biden continues to fall off bicycles, misremember basic names and facts, and mix long, increasingly weird packages of Data X nonsense with autobiographical whoppers during public appearances, it became hard not to wonder how poor the president's capacities really were. And who actually is making decisions in the White House that is staffed top to bottom with core Obama loyalists? When Obama turned up at the White House, staffers and press crowded around him, leaving President Biden talking to the drapes, which is not a metaphor, but a real thing that happened. Let's play it, shall we? Let's pause for a moment and play you, literally, Barack Obama coming to the White House as a commanding, championing hero, and everyone ignoring the warmed over, half-popped bag of Orville Redenbacher that's been left in the microwave overnight, Joe Biden. Joe Biden left pawing at his real master, Barack Obama. Nothing shows it better than this clip. Watch.
It's like he ain't even studying Joe Biden. Look at him. It's like he trying to get Barack attention. It's like he still ain't talking to him. Look at it.
You see that?
Yeah,
you see
it's
Obama
crazy.
pawing at his shoulder. How pathetic. How disgusting. That Obama might enjoy serving as a third term as president, all but in name, running the government from his iPhone, was a thought expressed in public by Obama himself, reads the article. As the article continues, both before and after he left office. I used to say I could make an argument where I would stand in front of a man or in front of a woman, and that they had an earpiece in, I would just sit in my basement in my sweats and look through stuff. And I could sort of deliver the lines while somebody was doing the talking and ceremony. Oh yeah, Obama said that. This is not like a paraphrase of something leaked out to harm Obama. He literally said it.
What you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? You know what? If I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. I'd be fine with it.
Ooh, I'd be fine with it.
I'd be fine with it.
Could you imagine having the gall, the bloody cheek to say such a thing? What if George Bush said that? What if Trump said that? What if anyone said that over the past couple of years? Oh yeah, I'm going to be a third term. I'm just going to put an earpiece in a guy. Guy's going to be a Muppet. Guy's going to be a warmed over Hot Pocket that's been left in the microwave all night.
Wow.
Joe Biden is a corpse. Obama is a necrophiliac. And ladies and gentlemen, this country and our republic is what's being violated here. Final quotation from the article, which I cannot express enough. You must read. Obama's personal biographer saying the man's entire life is a lie, including his sexuality. That's the liberal biographer, David Garrow. There's a photo of David Garrow in the article. You scroll down, you can find it. This man is a leftist saying Obama is a liar. Listen to this. Near the end of June, for example, Politico ran a long article noting Biden's cognitive decline with the coy headline, "Is Obama ready to reassert himself?" It is a known fact, and this is David Garrow, it is a known fact that Barack Obama is running the White House among the D.C. press corps.
I guess we all
lived
knew that
in
now.
D.C. for 15 years. I worked for corporate media. I asked questions in White House press briefings. I went on the Hill, had an office on the Hill in the press corps. I know these people. I know what they think. I still communicate with them. They all know that Barack Obama is in charge.
The truth is coming out.
Barack Obama's a liar. Barack Obama's a cheat. And there's been one man who has, for years and decades actually, called out Barack Obama. Now, there was a collision course that was set by Donald Trump against Barack Obama. I'm not going to validate these claims. I'll let the comment section do what the comment section does. I am simply going to play you, ladies and gentlemen, a man calling out from the wilderness, questioning, much as Barack Obama's own biographer questions Obama's moral integrity. Back in the day, there was one dude who began his war against Obama saying this man is a fraud, and this man is a liar, and this man should not be trusted by the American people. Okay? This was the original salvo across the bow by Donald Trump.
As legitimately.
It's not a birth certificate, Candy. And people are trying to figure out why isn't he giving his birth certificate. It's not a birth certificate. A certificate of live birth, and you can see that one that you have and the one that I brought you, because that's the one that's on the internet and all over the place. It doesn't even have a serial number. It doesn't have a signature. It doesn't have a signature. One that I saw on television has a stamp. But that's not a signature.
Right, but that's how they
Excuse me, but that's not the one that they were showing to everybody. And I just say very simply, why doesn't he show his birth certificate? Why has he spent over $2 million in legal fees to keep this quiet?
So, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, it seemed like Trump been calling out Obama. He said, why is he trying to keep this hid? We know a lot of stuff then came out about Obama, about this, like I said, this sexuality stuff. A lot of people that I heard before said that they feel like that Biden ain't running the White House. Obama's running the White House. I mean, this ain't the first time I heard that. Like I said, Ben is saying it now, and I heard people say that, a while ago, that they felt like Obama is the one running the White House. Like that right there, I'm telling you, man, it's getting crazy, and I'm loving this because, like I said, Trump is coming out. He just proven Obama is a liar. Obama is a fraud. It's kind of like no holds barred with Donald Trump. Like, he just finna let everything out. He already know which side Obama on. Like, he know Obama don't mess with him, so he know he's on the side of Biden. So, you know what? Let's just unleash all this stuff about you, Obama, and let's expose who you really are. I'm telling you, it's going there.
And to the Media Matters simps and eunuchs that are watching the show, please enjoy clipping that CNN clip. Have a great time. Clip what was broadcast on CNN by your favorite reporter, Candy Crowley. Do you remember the one who fact-checked Mitt Romney incorrectly during the debates with Obama? Oh, yes. These people love Obama. Tucker Carlson just exposed how much they love Obama, and we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, he did.
Donald Trump was exposing Barack Obama back in 2011 at a speech at CPAC. You might recall that it was shocking when Donald Trump would arrive at a political conference and give speeches. People were like, what's going on? Is this man going to run for president? In 2011, Trump said this about Barack Obama.
There you go. It was years ago, 2011.
Our current president came out of nowhere. In fact, I'll go a step further. The people that went to school with him, they don't even know, they never saw him. They don't know who he is. Crazy. With no track record. And I will tell you, he's got nothing to criticize. You have no record, can't be criticized. Wonderful guy, he's a nice man, but there was no record, nothing to criticize. He didn't go in wars. He didn't go in battles. He didn't beat this one, that one, have enemies all over the place. Nobody knew who the hell he was. He's now our president. He's our president. But he is our president.
So, Donald Trump is echoing precisely what Barack Obama's own biographer has now authoritatively said after writing the authoritative biography on Barack Obama. I read to you directly from this Tablet magazine article. So the conclusion I've come to in time is that the best way to understand Barack Obama is that he is a literary creation of Barack Obama, the writer, who authored a novel of his own life and then proceeded to live out this fictional character that he created for himself on the page, which is remarkable. So how do you write a biography of a fictional character authored by someone who's deliberately created and obscured and erased their actual life to replace that self with a fiction? Whew! Ooh!
Been in his bag right now.
Makes you wonder. Barack Obama, of course, couldn't have people questioning his fiction And therefore, he attacked Donald Trump to his face, actually. Do you remember this from the White House Correspondents' Dinner? This is the exact moment that Barack Obama doomed himself and his legacy to Donald Trump running for president.
Let me see this.
This moment, I've asked Donald Trump personally about this, and he says, this is the moment. I decided to run for president. Go.
And I know just the guy to do it. Donald Trump is here tonight.
There you go.
Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing?
Oh.
What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
Oh.
Say what you will about Mr. Trump. He certainly would bring some change to the White House. Let's see what we've got up there.
Trump, oh, man. Oh. He got girls in the pool and everything, bro.
I mean,
bro. Oh, man. That, I ain't gonna lie, that was hilarious, though. You gonna put the man name up there, then you got, I guess, strippers, whoever, like, in the swimming pool in front of the White. Come on, man. And this is what Ben is saying. This is the time that Trump decided, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm finna run this country. That's crazy, bro.
Let's see what we've got up there.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, pride cometh before destruction, doesn't it? Isn't that what we're learning right now as a nation? Isn't this what we're learning in this moment? But it wasn't Donald Trump's pride, was it? Ladies and gentlemen, Barack Obama, in the moments before the 2016 presidential election, back when every poll said, and I quote from the Washington Post, Donald Trump is approaching a 0% chance of becoming president, Barack Obama released this video. Whew, remember, pride cometh before destruction.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump.
So he been taking shots at Trump.
At least I will go down as a president.
So he been taking shots at Trump.
So what we've learned about oligarchs, tyrants, and kings throughout history, the magistrates, is that they don't like being mocked. And they don't like having themselves be made a fool of. That's why it was illegal to make cartoons of King George. Did you know this? One of the things that led to the American Revolution, part of why we like to keep it light on this show and have fun and laugh and make memes, is that memes were illegal during the American Revolution. Did you know this? To make a cartoon of King George was punishable by death. They'd bring you back to England, kill you. You couldn't draw him because they would draw him as a fool and as a goof and as a tyrant. Tyrants don't like being mocked. And so when Barack Obama takes the phone and drops it and claims that Donald Trump ain't going to be president, and then Donald Trump goes on and becomes president, we got some problems.
Yep.
These people always have the same nature. Evil always has the same nature. You can see it here at the inauguration of Donald Trump. Ooh, baby. They didn't like this moment. They were unhappy. Michelle Obama was literally running like, she was like, it was like a vampire touching a cross. Like splashing her with holy water right here.
Man, just imagine.
Oh, man.
Well, like, imagine that moment right there, and they've been saying all this stuff back to each other, and then I feel like, do you think they said something when they finally walked away like, oh, I'm glad this is over? Like, it kind of felt like a weird moment, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
They were proven frauds in this moment. And in this moment, they decided to execute a revenge on Donald Trump. Donald Trump called them out, however, And in this moment, you may recall that Donald Trump's first impeachment was due to his questioning about the Ukraine policy under Barack Obama. Because Donald Trump had been given good information that there was deep and abiding corruption in Ukraine specifically, other countries, but Ukraine specifically under the Obama presidency. Joe Biden has no power. Joe Biden was always an imbecile. Joe Biden was being made fun of years ago. There's this great old Robin Williams clip from the Obama. I don't know if we can play it, but there's a great old Robin Williams clip from the Obama administration, from 15 years ago, talking about how Joe Biden has dementia and he's off his meds. It's wild. Joe Biden didn't know anything. Everything was handed to him by Obama. And that's why Donald Trump, when he made that call to Zelensky, was saying, there's something wrong going on in your country. Like we were clearly corrupt. Our nation was corrupt. Something was wrong. Yep. And you should look into it. Trump's had their number for a very long time. Check this out.
What say you?
I think he's the worst president maybe in the history of our country. I think he's been a disaster. He's been weak. He's been ineffective. You look at this so-called recovery, it's setting record lows. It's, I guess, not since 1949 has there been anything like it. You look at home ownership. Look at what happened as an example. He talks about Ukraine. I believe I know far more about foreign policy than he knows. Look at Ukraine. He talks about Ukraine. Well, you know how tough he is, right? How tough he is with Russia. In the meantime, they took over Crimea. And I understood that. And most papers covered what I said accurately. Some didn't because the press is so dishonest. But Crimea, I mean, the Russians took it over under Obama's very powerful leadership. And, you know, he talks about me with Russia. Wouldn't it be a wonderful thing, frankly, if we actually got along with Russia and worked out some kind of a deal where we go in and knock the hell out of ISIS along with NATO and along with countries that are in the area? Wouldn't that be wonderful as opposed to fighting? But Crimea was taken over. And you know this better than anybody because you were covering it a couple of years ago. It was taken over during Obama's regime. Big, tough president.
He's been calling them out
for the whole time.
Decades.
Yep.
Huge shout out to our producer, ALX, our executive producer, ALX, who went down into the archives and pulled out vintage Trump clips. Some of these clips, of course, are more than a decade old, 2011. Donald Trump speaking on CNN and these old, you can't find this stuff anymore, right? CNN is horrified to have even broadcast it, but we found it. And you should go follow ALX on twitter.com, which he is absolutely just having a monster moment here. Newt Gingrich has crushed a couple of snakes. We like Newt Gingrich. He's a friend of the show. Newt Gingrich has said, nope, this is all about Obama. Nobody knows more about power vectors in Washington, D.C. than Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich straight up saying, nope, no. We have the wrong target here. We must begin an investigation into Barack Obama.
My personal guess is that the driving force behind the Biden administration is Barack Obama. Obama is the only president since Woodrow Wilson to stay in Washington. And in Wilson's case, he stayed because he'd had a severe stroke and he couldn't be moved. So the fact that Obama's here all the time, the fact that his staff literally permeates the Biden administration, and Obama's really, really smart. I mean, whatever Biden's problems are at being kind of slow and cognitively decaying, Obama doesn't have any of those problems. And if you watch the administration, it's much more an Obama administration.
So if you watch the administration, you'll see what? Joe Biden doesn't. The only person in Joe Biden's orbit that is close to the White House is Hunter Biden, who's living at the White House. Did you know that? Funny how Hunter Biden moves in and suddenly there's bags of Coke found everywhere. One of the best investigators in all of Congress, a man who exposed Russiagate before we even knew what Russiagate was, a man who called it from the rooftops, Devin Nunes, somebody who's now in charge of course, Truth Social, somebody who's a patriot. We like Devin Nunes a lot. He hired Kash Patel. Kash Patel is a friend of the show, and Kash Patel and him went hard in on exposing Hillary Clinton and Russiagate years before John Durham and Mueller. And of course, everyone knows now that it's an utter hoax pulled over on the American people. Treasonous hoax at that. Everyone should be in jail. We'll work on that next time we have power. Devin Nunes has been calling balls and strikes on this kind of stuff for years. Devin Nunes saying, wait a second, you don't understand, people. This is all Barack Obama's fault. Every bit of this corruption that we are now experiencing right now is because of the architect Barack Obama and him running the White House. As Newt Gingrich just said, the White House is staffed from top to bottom with Obama acolytes and Obama agents.
Yep.
Of which Joe Biden is one. Devin Nunes, take it away.
A remarkable twist. I think you're going to hear Barack Obama a lot more in the next few months.
Yeah, I mean, look, he needs to be subpoenaed and hauled in. This is, I mean, this guy, could have stopped all of this after the election. We could have had a smooth transition. It was the Democrats who never let President Trump be president. They started all kinds of hoaxes, all kinds of investigations. And it's a slippery slope now that we're in a banana republic. I think, the seriousness of all of this is becoming frightening for the future of our country. And all roads lead back to Obama. Biden is a corrupt joke, most corrupt president in U.S. history, in my opinion, should be impeached. But I think all of you out there, ought to be careful. Don't let Obama and all of these corrupt deep staters get away with this, because that's what's going to happen if you just go and impeach Biden without looking at all the criminals below it.
Lou Dobbs, also one of my favorite commentators. Final clip here, but you're going to love this, saying, no, you don't understand. And Lou Dobbs has been around the political. Lou Dobbs has had a political show since like the 70s.
Like I said, man, Benny does a great job over here, like, man, showing like how Trump, like I said, been done exposed Obama for a while. He been done exposed him. Now, like I said, this right here came from Benny. Like I said, make sure y'all, I will leave a original link to this video at the in the description. So make sure y'all go check it out and watch his entire video, man. Like I said, he does a great job over there. Once again, shout out to Benny. Shout out to him, man. He does a great job. And like I said, man, Trump, he been proved. The moment Trump proved Obama was a fraud, he been calling him out for a long time. For a long time. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if y'all want to watch this whole entire video, make sure y'all go to the description. I will have the original link over there in the description. And like I said, once again, I want to appreciate you all for watching. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.